Power Hour. Welcome. Oh, and a happy Saturday to you. Let's get things going here. There's a bunch of you in here, 200 at least right now. We'll have some more as the time goes on. But anyway, let me move on into what I'm going to do here. It's a beautiful day today. I can't wait to get down to go to the beach. It's a mile away, west side of the island, and all the tourist stuff and the actual ocean is on the east side of the island. So anyway, it's a nice little walk over there and go through Lincoln Road, all kinds of beautiful shops and restaurants. We'll do that later. But in the meantime, we got a bunch of stuff to cover, don't we? Yeah. So this is our 216th Power Hour. So we've done that for a little over 4 years, and every Saturday that we can. Sometimes we can't do. I'll give you the format of the show. So the first thing will be a complete 1 hour show that we do that. That's going to be what we talked about, talking about avionics here, and then the second hour will open up the room for general conversation. So comments about what we talked about, comments about other things. You can ask anything you want. If you have a burning question about an FAR or something, an endorsement, you can ask that if you want. I don't really care what we talk about. It's just up. It's whoever's in the room wants to say something. And then the third hour, we don't have a third hour this week, but we'll start building that in about 2 weeks or so. And that'll be someone from like CFI Study Group, the Facebook study group, or it could be SAFE, it could be NAFI, it could be AOPA, it could be anybody, our people that we know. And they'll take another hour and do some content. So it lets us have a Saturday of things. Now, if you have something that you want to say, a question, you need to put it in the chat. And also in the chat, you're going to find links. And there'll be a link to the outline of this show. You also get it by email because you got in here that way. And then you'll also, there will be Wings credit, which will be in there. You cannot get Wings credit by putting something in the text or sending me an email asking for Wings credit. We don't do that because it's just way too much to do. So, but there's an email engine that we use, and it's in the link. You click it, and then it will ask you for your email and your name, and then it will get downloaded, and then it will be uploaded to FAA, and they'll give you Wings credit within just be a few days. So those of you who are doing that, so you need to go that link. It's in the chat. So go to the chat, and you can save the chat, by the way, which I'd recommend that you do, because some people, you never know we've had tons of people give great ideas, great suggestions. I put them in the chat. So if you have the chat window up, there's three little dots at the top. If you're running a Windows machine, you can click that and say save chat. That'll get you there. Okay. So that's kind of the format of what we're doing. Okay. Great. So let's go. About halfway through this first hour, I'll stop, look through the room, see who's here, and I'll read through the chats and make sure that I cover, if I can, everything that's there. Whatever I can't cover, or don't feel like I have enough time to cover or do a good enough job of in that, I will do that in the second hour. Okay, just so you know. So there's that. So if you leave emails, don't leave emails in the chat for Wings credit because we're not going to do that. You have to go to the link that's in the chat, click onto it, and there'll be a place for you to go to get Wings credit. You'll put in your email and your name. It'll work out. I'll remind you like a bunch of times. But in the meantime, I guess we should get started, shouldn't we? That sounds like what we're here for. I got a lot to say about this, so I didn't think I was going to have as much to say about it till I started writing this presentation, and then I said, "Oh, I guess I have something to say about it." So, and I have some demos for you too. So not demos of anything like not our stuff. We don't make that kind of stuff. We don't make avionics. So, but I have some demos of things that would be very useful to you. So this is in our series aircraft systems, airplane systems. So we're going to talk about avionics and what you should do before getting into an airplane, either as an instructor or as a pilot or student pilot. The big deal here, if you look in the new ACS for any of them, for private commercial instrument flight instructor, there's in risk management areas about it talks about different display technology. The idea that FAA doesn't have a separate ratings for glass cockpits, for round gauges, for not even round gauges, square gauges, whatever there's no such thing. So it's just an instrument rating or just a private pilot certificate or recreational sport or whatever it is. There isn't anything governs that. And so because of that, that's really good in one way because, we can sort of set how we want to approach that. And we don't have to worry about finding someone to give us another certificate or pay someone or doing whatever. So that's kind of good. But on this flip side of it, people will do dumb things, right? They just will, and you see them all the time. So we in risk management,